This is our time.
Check your pony's girth by sliding your hand between your pony's tummy and the girth. If it needs tightening, do so before getting on. Ideally, the buckles will be at the same height on the girth straps on both sides of the saddle. Next, slide your stirrups down the stirrup leathers and adjust the length if necessary. A good way to estimate the correct length of your stirrups is to hold your arm straight out and measure the stirrup length from your armpit to your fist. Walk your pony towards the mounting block with his left side closest to it and ask a helper to hold him. If you need to, adjust the placement of the mounting block instead of trying to move your pony. Once on the mounting block, gather your reins in your left hand, resting this hand by your pony's withers and placing your right hand at the back of the saddle. Ask your helper to then move slowly to the right side of your pony, keeping hold of him with their right hand and using their left hand to hold the right stirrup. This will help to even the weight when you mount your pony. Place your left foot in the stirrup, keeping a soft bend in your knee, and gently push up from the mounting block with your right foot. Slowly swing your right leg over your pony's back, and as you do so, move your right hand out of the way. Make sure to lower yourself down gently into the saddle, and then gather your reins and find your right stirrup. To check your pony's girth, take both your reins into one hand and reach down to your pony's girth with your other hand. Run your hand under the girth to feel if it needs tightening. If your girth needs tightening, keep your foot in the stirrup and bring your leg up and forward. With your reins still in one hand, use the other hand closest to the side you want to tighten the girth to lift the saddle flap up. With your hand under the saddle flap, pull the girth strap upwards using your forefinger to push the buckle into the hole. Once tightened, make sure the buckle guards are lying flat over the buckles. Once you have finished, put the saddle flap down and gently lower your leg back down. To change the length of your left stirrup, take the reins into your right hand. Using your left hand, untuck the spare end of your stirrup leather from the keeper. Then, use your thumb to secure the buckle and pull the spare end of the leather down. Keep your thumb on top of the buckle and use your forefinger to disengage the pin, whilst keeping hold of the leather in your other 3 fingers. If you want to shorten your stirrups, roll the buckle up the leather. However, if you want to lengthen your stirrups, guide the buckle down the leather. Once you have adjusted the stirrup length, move the buckle back up to the bar of the saddle by pulling down on the back part of the leather. Finally, pop the spare end back into the keeper. To dismount from your pony, first halt him away from the fence line as well as away from any equipment or poles that may be in the arena. Then, pop your reins into your left hand and place your left hand on your pony's neck. Take both of your feet out of the stirrups and pop your right hand on the pommel of the saddle. Lean your upper body forward and swing your right leg up and over the top of your pony's hindquarters around the back of the saddle. As you land, keep a slight bend in your knees and avoid landing on your pony's forelegs. Finally, take hold of the reins a short distance from the bit, remembering to praise your pony after your ride. First, check your girth is tight enough to prevent the saddle from slipping and your stirrups are down on both sides. Next, the rider will take the reins into their left hand and place it on their pony's withers. Their right hand will remain at the right side of the saddle. With the rider facing the saddle, they will then lift their left leg so it bends backwards at the knee. The helper will stand just left of the rider and place one hand under the rider's ankle and the other hand just below the knee. On an agreed signal, the rider will bounce off of their right leg whilst the helper lifts them up by their left leg. It's important the rider remains straight and doesn't lean forwards towards their pony. The rider can then pass their right leg over their pony's back, turning their body forwards and lowering themselves into the saddle slowly.